Lizzie, mate, 2 rounds to go. Very important to try and cement your position. Good win last week.
Yeah, it was good. We made a few adjustments, attitude adjustments really. That was the biggest thing. And the boys knew that it was going to be a tough contest against Carina. So yeah, I was happy with the way that we adapted and stood up there, and this is going to be another big test again for us this week.
Continuity is something that's been hard to get for the BRL teams because just players coming in and out. Obviously Dwayne Craft's in for today.
Yep.
Yeah, so a bit of a juggling mess for you guys, but you need to get some consistency going into the finals.
Oh, we definitely do. And you know, it's all about when the guys, you know, I suppose are coming back from Cup, they're buying into what we're trying to do here, and we've all got that good attitude and all working on the same page.
Right. Big pack, Logan Brothers, big win too last week for those boys. They normally aren't on the easy side, they're very physical as well, so it was a good win by them.
Yeah, that's right. It was really good, and you know they're always a tough team to play. So we've got to make sure. You know, the last 3 games we've played, although you know, we lost against West, you know, all those teams have been below us on the ladder, in the bottom half of the ladder. So these guys, we probably haven't played a top 4 team for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So it's going to be a really good challenge for us.
Let's go back to that West game. It seems to be the whole thing in BRL competition. You think you're right at half time, and suddenly the opposition comes out and blows you away.
Yeah, look, and probably part of that continuity you were talking about before. You know, we're very patchy in our games. We have been. Our Carina game was probably our most solid effort for the year, and that West game was a perfect example of our patchiness. Where, you know, after 15-20 minutes, we probably felt pretty comfortable, and then we had another patch in the second half. We were right in it again, but you know, we just switch off at vital times and it can hurt us.
All right, mate, so they're all switched on now, ready to go?
I hope so.
How are you going? You all right?
Find out in about a couple of hours' time, mate.
All right, all the best. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you. Cheers.
You talking to Blanky?
I thought you said you were going to do the bloody top. Where do you like that?
On far side field?
Oh, right.
Away from everyone.
Jason Gainey, mate, what happened between playing Winterman and Relative City Seagulls in last week's game? What did you do to the boys during the week?
No, look, Wynnum were pretty good. You know, they ran out. That's probably the best side we've played against all year. I didn't think we were that bad, to be honest, and people laugh when I say that. So, but we responded last week, and we've got a really good week this week. Still got a couple out, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Well, you're right, because the 17 minutes after half-time, there was no points scored at all against Western Redden. Obviously, you said something at half-time, just obviously hold on to the footy, because you had nothing in the first half, and at the back end of the game at told.
Yeah, that last 20 minutes, I think they scored 4 or 5 tries, blew the score out, but I said to the boys after the game that I didn't think they were that bad, so they get their heads up, and yeah, we're going on, we're okay.
A couple of points last week, 70-odd, mate, not too bad.
Yeah, well, that's attack-wise we were pretty good. Yeah. I was more happy with defence, obviously, but you know, in fairness, normally we had a few out, so it's hard to get a gauge. We'll get a better gauge today where we're at. So,
Big Ramon Filippini's out today, mate. Is he okay, or has he been called up?
No, Ramon's back in Samoa for a family reunion. So,
how many people are going to that?
Yeah, I don't know. So, just have to cop that one on the chin and yeah, see how we go.
A must win for you guys really today, just to make it a little bit easier for next week, I suppose, because it's such a log jam there for the last 5 and 6 spots.
Yeah, I think we need to win one over the next 2 will cement us there. So yeah, it's an important game. We've prepared really well. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All the best, Jake. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Come here. Can you hold on to this? Put your glasses on. Is there no cups left? Ooh. Yep.
We doing sleeves rolled up though, we are. Doing sleeves my big four. Big bicep, man.
Let's go. On kicks, just so if there's a kick and you know someone's offside, they don't get him, they score, just don't go in the in goal. Like, if we get the decision late but we get it right, better than. I'll honestly look for as much as possible in forward passes and shit.
Yeah.
Sing out on the 10 because I'll hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Number is...
Is that Jackson's mate? Is that Jackson's mate? Not his mate, like he's running with him.
The 19.
Yeah, he's so regular, mate. Yeah, Jackson. Did you hear he still got his shoulder? Yeah. Oh, he's up. He reckons. Yeah. What's the scan say?
Self-diagnosed.
Yeah, good on him. Worst thing, him becoming a bloody physio. Self-diagnosed.
I'm gonna go with box.
Alright, mate. I'll see you out there, eh?
Have fun.
Thank you. You too, eh? You got me, Bobby? Hey, mate.
We're going right. Right. Going right, boys.
First up contact.
Alright. Stay inside! Just make sure that T's on the line.
Here he comes, Buzz, here he comes.
Stay inside here. Make sure you stay inside.
Get him up, Lizzie. Let's go, get up!
1, hold, wait, go, 1. Off him now! 2, hold left side, wait, go, 2. Roll clear! 3, hold here, wait, go, 3. 9, lean, go! 4, hold, Marcus square, go, 4. 10 off the arm! Last tackle! Hold, go. Outside, you give 10. On now. Let go, 8. 1, hold, go. Off the arm, 13. 2, hold, go. Release him! 3, wait here, go, second marker. Release, 4, go, 13 not square. Go. 8, nothing late. 9, clearing! Last tackle. Wait. Go. Inside, you give 10. On now. Off the ball, 13. 1. Marcus square. Go. 8 off the ball! 2, here, hold. 8. Stand side. 9. Don't stand up with the hand on the ball. Just take the tip. Take the tip. Wait here. Go. Release together! 1. Hold. Go. 1. Release him now. 2. Wait here. Go. 13, release. 3. Go. Move 13. 4. Wait. Hold. Go. Hold. Release. Last tackle. Go. Good, nothing touch. 20. Here. Here. 9, release. 0. Wait. Go. Off the ball, 12. 2. 1. Go. Tackle 1. 9:30. Last tackle. Go. Backwards, play on. On the line, go on.
Look at that! Still moving. Go, boys. Big set. Good D. Big set. Back to back. Here we are.
Make sure you go drop it on or behind that line, okay? Just wait for the whistle. Stay on side. Stay on side. Just wait. Stay on side here. Release him now! 1. Wait, go. 1. Hold! Release, 2. Mark is straight, wait. Go, 2. Release the leg! 3. Wait, go, 3. 8, straight away. 4, 1 foot. Hold, wait. Go. 4. That's fine.
You can run behind your player, is that alright?
Just go through your captain and kick.
Good boys.
Go. 4. That's fine. That's enough. Thank you. Yeah.
When he's making tackles in his first marker, he's pinning your head between his shins.
Okay.
You just keep him on that, just couldn't get up.
No worries, mate.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
Dave is a dill. You may ask why. Is it because he injured himself? Pat touch. Because he can't work for 6 months? Intrust Super Payguard could be paying Dave 90% of his wages while he recovers. Premiums come out of Super and applying online takes 5 minutes. But Dave doesn't have Payguard, does he? That's why Dave's a dill.
Oh, go easy. You don't know what it's like to be injured.
Dave, you are a dill.
Don't be a dill. Protect your family with award-winning cover at intrust.com.au.
A few times as well, and he's just a handful. He's just so awkward to grab. Well over 6 foot. Just looking to line up his second attempt at goal from right in front. So 12 minutes gone. And it should be equal points. Strikes it easy. 2 from 2, Brandon Downey. So 12 minutes gone. The Tigers leading Logan Brothers 12 points to 0. And well, it was just a simple missed tackle. It was just a misread in defence. And the Tigers just slid out to that short side on the right. Just found far too much space.
Jason Gainey, he's got his players warming up on the sideline. He's sending a message out there, boys, step up or you're going to get replaced. And at 12-0.
Oh, I don't think he'd panic. He's a pretty cool, calm sort of character. But certainly he'd be feeling the pinch here because he knows it's all uphill. He needs to just get these awkward tackle there. Just get these big forwards in defence, just starting to whack a couple of these Tigers players. Just let them know that they're in a game, because at the moment they're just not putting any pressure on the Tigers at all, and they're just being able to make this ground at will. That was Brenton Horwood. 20 metres his own side of halfway. Now it's back there to Price. Coming back towards centre field. He'll be stopped. 11 metres his own side of halfway. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve. Juggle there by Bielefeld. Does well to hold on to it. Right on halfway, the Tigers. Here's the kick from Carroll. A little bit lower, but still not good enough. Not finding the grass. And just makes it far too easy for the Logan Brothers custodian to run it back.
I know Sialoa, who scored 4 tries last week or 2 weeks ago, a rangy fullback, but certainly, they're going to pick him up. They're going to take him all the way back to the try line, are they, in Andrew Patea? And they put him down. Liddell gives it to Kepu, who's flat-footed now, and he walks straight over the top of, first of all, he ran into Tom Ingersoll, and Ingersoll came back at him. That's 10 metres short of the halfway line. Liddell goes left-hand side. Through the hands here, they might go. Andrew Patea. Away Patea. Is it Patea or might not be? Oh, he's walked over the top there. I think it might be Maigoa. Number 16. It's just gone berserk down that left-hand side.
Went straight over the top of Sevi.
So Liddell with it. Through the hands, Tarangi. Big, long cut, almost half chance for an intercept. Amua fending off 1 or 2. Finally, Sialoa will take it, jinking, run, they're going Ipswich Jets. Sialoa almost to the try line, pulled down from behind by Jake Hargraves. He was there.
Try saver.
It was a try saver. Here's a chance now. It's the last tackle, and that will be a changeover. And
poor option to finish the set off.
I know Sialoa was almost there, and he just
Tigers were looking a little bit scratchy in defence there, and a little grubber kick in goal. Guaranteed repeat set, if not 6 points.
Oh, hang on a second. We'll go back a little bit. Thanks, says referee Liam Kennedy.
He's on
pinching a couple of metres.
Yeah, he's on the wrong blade of grass there. Carroll.
Josh Everett. I spoke to him on the way into the ground now. He's actually played, he's a New Zealander. And he came over here and played in the Colts for East in the front row. And
I think he won a premiership a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The year that East made the final against Mackay. So pretty sure he was in that Colts side.
He played front. I said, where do you prefer to play? He said, not front row. I said,
not today anyway.
No, not against Terry Kepu and company there. But he's, look, he goes everywhere. And I said to him, what do you aim for, about 30 hit-ups a game? He said, that's my goal. Try and do 30 hit-ups whether I'm playing wing or whether I'm playing in the front row. So he certainly doesn't shirk responsibility. Look at the size of him. He's a big unit. So he's a kick now.
He's just built strong. He's not built like a winger at all.
No, but he's certainly got some pace. Sialoa now going forward, beats the first tackle. They're going to try and pull the little fella into touch there, but he went dead.
Throwing caution to the wind there.
He was not going anywhere. Tony Chong now. They're going centre field sideways here, and the line defence from the Tigers is up to the challenge. They're trying to play a little bit of Jets footy sideways, looking for a gap. This time,
that's
straight
better.
Run. That's what they need to do.
Patea. Now that's a forward pack the size of this Logan Brothers side should be just getting the roll on, and there's Patea. He's lost the ball, just wasted possession. Turns it over 8 metres inside Tigers territory. This will be loose head and feed.
That's what they need to do.
Patea. Now that's a forward pack the size of this Logan Brothers side should be just getting the roll on, and there's Patea. He's lost the ball, just pulling down Tom Ingersoll on his arm, and as he fell in the tackle, Ingersoll subtly driving that arm.
That was a shoulder charge to the ground there. His arm was down beside him.
So scrum to pack, 7 metres inside Tigers territory. About 10 metres to the left of centre field. Scrum to be fed by Carroll. Well, The rule used to be that you could throw the ball in the scrum.
You and I are going to go to town on the referees tonight because we both had the same feeling about scrums. Only one scrum, and if
one
there's
scrum, one result,
and then just play the advantage if there's a knock on the opposition. Picks
Otherwise, give a penalty, and
exactly.
They just don't like giving scrum penalties. But while scrums are part of the game, you're entitled to draw penalties out of it. So the Tigers just stepping around defenders. They're just I won't say that their line is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but they're just not aiming up, and that's going to be another penalty.
We'll have a look at that one. And
Tigers stepping around defenders. They're just I won't say that their line is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but they're just not aiming up, and that's going to be another penalty. Yeah, it's all about intimidation in rugby league in defence, and that's exactly what that was. But it's not going to work with the East Tigers this afternoon. They've already put 2 tries on. Their confidence is sky high down here. So Logan Brothers would be better off just focusing on not missing tackles and just using the size of some of their forwards. They're just ineffectual at the moment.
Well, the plus of that was only the first tackle, if there's any plus in that at all, because they didn't get too many metres from the kick, but East are on the attack.
Comes back across field, out there through Puna, Ingersoll, Carroll, inside ball to Hargraves. It was mistimed in the end, but the effort was there, but just the execution wasn't quite right. But they are in danger territory here. Jake Hargraves sniffing around for his second try. He'll be stopped 6 metres out. Played back there to Smith. Not a real good pass to Carroll. Now it goes across field through the hands. It ends up there with Big John Puna. And he'll be stopped 10 metres out. 2 tackles left for the Tigers. Played back to Smith. Now it goes to the prop there in Horwood, who straightens up for the settler. They got numbers on the left. Arm goes up for the last tackle. Plenty of time. No pressure on Carroll at all.
Too big.
He kicks out there for Everett, but it's gone 10 metres over the sideline.
It's sort of like me. If I was going to catch a cricket ball, the less time I've got to think about it, the better chance I have to catch it. He took his time there, and he's still muffed it, unfortunately. But it is a strong breeze starting to pick up just on dark here at Langlands.
It is
coming over the hill at Villanova College there.
It is up around that 25 knot level at the moment. It's just coming across diagonally as we speak. It favours Logan Brothers upfield, but it is dragging across towards the grandstand side.
I wouldn't mind seeing whether Wade Liddell or Tarangi try a 40-20 in this half, just to try and relieve a bit of pressure, because at the moment they're just doing tough getting out of their own half. Andrew Patea tries his best running straight. Liddell's looking forward runners. There's a couple of players with hands on hips. Jinking run there, but
that's what I mean. They're just the big Logan Brothers forwards are not doing the job on East Tigers.
Yeah,
that's a better run.
And make it over the halfway line now to Logan Brothers. You like to think as Leza Mua plays it there. Liddell, Tarangi, got a forward runner. Trevor Exton comes back sideways, almost a shepherd there, but Exton will take it. Oh,
great ball.
Good ball there to Tony Chong. And Chong will make it to the 30-metre line now. Tackle there by Ingersoll in the Byfeld. Liddell. Tarangi looking for it. He takes it. Kepu's in front of him now, so on the toe. Nobody at home as he tackled late. No, picked up at the fullback there in Sevi. And that is a waste of a kick there for Winnemount. Everett brings it out.
It just wasn't deep enough once again. Everett just holds off Wade Liddell. Brings the ball out almost to 30 metres out from his own line. Oh, solid contact there on Bielefeld. But eventually he'll be stopped. 12 his own side of halfway. Played back to Smith. Now it's with Horwood, who pulls up before initial contact, and that's...
You saw Trevor Exton there. Yeah. He's going to get a one in the ribs.
I don't know that they actually have come across each other before. I don't think Horwood was here when Exton was still playing here for the Tigers. It's not a bad option, just holding up in the breeze. But
Lower. And penalty inside the 10, but play the advantage to a degree there because he was away.
Don't start
when
Exton was still playing here for the Tigers. I'm a believer. It's not a bad option, just holding up in the breeze, but the advantage hasn't been made to the point of where the kick has been made. You can always bring it back for the penalty. You can always bring it back.
I mean, they're going to stop and reset scrums till the cows come home, but then they won't do that with a break and play.
Or in cases like that, if you do only just make it near where the initial infringement was, they should just call it a 0 tackle.
Terry Kepu, big run there by Terry Kepu. Oh, it's been a one-on-one strip. No, second man in.
Yeah, no, it's a strip. 2 players in the tackle.
If you do only
just make it
initial
near
contact
where the
from the first tackler,
initial infringement was, they should just call it a 0 tackle.
Terry Kepu, big run there by Terry
Kepu.
Kepu.
There,
oh, it's been a one-on-one strip. No,
why he's gone
second
for
man
it
in
there, but at the end of the day, Kepu had already broken 1 tackle about 3 metres before that, so he was in fact the second tackler.
So inside the last 20 minutes of this first half.
Geez, that's gone quick.
Yeah, Shine Lawyers scoreboard 12-0 in favour of the home side. The East Tigers, slowly but surely, will get the pill over to Liddell, who will take the tap. And straight away, the first man up there is Maigoa. Maigoa, good run there, looking for an offload. There was nobody
10
home.
metres.
Liddell.
Kepu's next. He's winding up.
Back inside. Big Kepu. Charging Kepu. Offloads. He
sets the try up magnificently. And I think...
might have been Joey Richards. Let's have a look at the replay.
There's
Liddell.
Kepu's next. He's winding up for the first time. Here he is. He goes to short
Kepu.
side.
Charging Kepu. Offloads. He
sets the try up magnificently. Elia Nikori. And it was Tau Catalata. He's managed to put the ball down, but it was all Terry Kepu. And that's the benefit of having him in your side. But he's been very quiet for the first 20 minutes. But
he's looking to come off at the moment. I think he's going to be changed here by Ben Pokey. Not losing anything with Ben Pokey. He's been he's very dynamic. He's very much in the Mitchell Fry, Tom Butterfield type spin and turn players who take it to the line, and they won't lose anything with Pokey. But Terry Kepu will be obviously recharging his batteries. Probably come back in the 10 minutes after half time. Go to a break. Back live here at Langlands, Tap Out Energy Stadium. Is it a stadium? I'd call it a stadium. Tap Out Energy.
Well, I think I'm led to believe that the plans for development into a stadium are either going through the second level of approvals or just gone through the first level of approvals. So there are some plans to develop Langlands Park.
Oh no, Sioloa lining up this kick now. And
he's taking his time, but I think he knows how important every point is this afternoon.
Not as long as Chris Walker.
He certainly made some friends down at Cougarai Oval the other week.
Jeez, he's gonna get
that
over.
Is a great kick. Takes his time, and it's worth every point of it.
Just the breeze might have just got that one over from the rangy fullback, Sioloa. And Ono will go back all the way to fullback, or he makes Liddell will go to fullback. And Ono will just go in the front there. So, but next week's blockbuster, gee whiz, if you can't get down there, watch it on Seagulls and Tiger TV. It's going to be a cracker. Old Boys Day too, as well, I believe.
Always Old Boys Day.
Last game.
And certainly, as I mentioned before, no love lost between East and Winner Manly. And those games, no matter what the scoreline finishes up, they play it with just as much blood and guts passion for the full 80 minutes.
It's going to be a crackerjack, and depending on what happens in rounds this weekend, it'll be interesting to see if East try and get into fourth spot to get a home semi-final. Fifth, you've got to travel.
Well, that's what they're all playing for at the moment.
Pokey. No, it wasn't Pokey. It was Maiaroa. Liddell.
He's a robust build, that Maiaroa, and I saw him in the game against the Gators, I think, and he had a whale of a game. He was just holding players off at will. He's got a really good offload. That's a great kick. Floats around in the breeze, but Marley Sevi takes it on his own line, runs it back towards centre field.
Might have been going for 40-20 there, but it was just
it's
too straight.
Too much height, and it was just never ever close enough anywhere near the sideline.
Trevor Exton, fair thing. If you look up on the book how to tackle a football player, that you'll see his photo in there. That's a copybook tackle, and nothing wrong with it, and it hurts.
Well, Downey coming in looking for work, give his forwards a bit of a break. Horwood, now that's a better run there by Horwood. He's come into the Intrust Super Cup side on a couple of occasions, but he's never been able to cement his spot there with Big Grayevsky and players like Talau in that East Tigers spot.
Hogan and Butterfield. Butterfield, the People's Choice Award for East Tigers, I believe. So you can vote for that now, People's Choice. Do you have a club you support? So Sialoa will run it out now. Looking for a gap through. He's fearless, Sialoa. Often beats the first tackle, but this time 2 East players over the top. One of those is Byfield.
Curtis Hatfield about to come on for the Tigers. Be interesting to see who he comes on for.
Patea makes it to 12 metres short of the halfway line. A couple of forwards with hands on hips. Trevor Rexton's one of those, but that's understandable. They go through the big fella in Pokey, replacing Kepu. Makes good metres almost to the halfway line. It's right in front of him. Liddell, I go to the left-hand side. Yes, they do. And another run here this side, Joey Richards. Richards will be up.
Oh, he's lost that. He's lost that. And
Cole.
Referee's got it. Thought for a second he was going to ask for the strip, but that was just a poor carry.
I thought, yeah, because
we might be able to pick it up on the replay here. He's just left it open. Yeah, there was somewhat of there was a hint of a.
Kenny was just right. He might have tried for an offload there and it's come unstuck. You don't want to be doing that. Not in this half.
Not at this stage of the game. I mean, you know, it's been rare for Logan Brothers to be in such good position up here with still a couple of tackles up their sleeve, and they've just thrown that opportunity away. So the scrum to pack, 7 metres inside Tigers territory, just off to the right of centre field. Tigers leading 12 points to 6. We're 12 minutes out from half time here at Langlands Park. Scrum won by the Tigers.
Around. There you go.
Set play.
Oh!
And a big shoulder from Tony Chong. And just absolutely poleaxe Jaden Carroll.
Let's have a look at that again.
It was a set play.
We'll have a look. As a tackle.
And this is the tackle of the season, this. That is welcome to BRL, son.
Stephen King.
But the Tigers still in possession. Carroll. He's tough character, Carroll, for his build. Playing halfback, and he's built more of a tall centre winger type. And there's another penalty to the Tigers. Just far too much interference in the play. The ball yet again. Just not letting the player play the ball. This time it was Henry Cope.
Jason Gainey just down in front of us here. He'd be dirty at that because the tackling has been better. They've been better in the last 10 or 15 minutes. He's a chance.
This is Brandon George. Oh, no, it isn't. Sorry. That's Dwayne Kraft who's on the field there for the Tigers. And straight away, Puna going for the line. Won't get there.
Good tackle.
Has his legs taken there by Tamoe.
Liddell.
It was a tackle that had to be made. Now it comes out there through Carroll. Stepping left. Still going Carroll. Won't go through there. The hole closed up as quickly as it opened. Smith into dummy half. He's got options on both sides.
Oh, going for the turtle.
Not going to get there. Defence is just too strong around the ruck there from Logan Brothers as it comes out there through New Corey. Still going underneath the post. So the Tigers are in for try number 3. That's 16 points to 6. We're 10 minutes out from half time, and that was too easy.
Shine Lawyer's replay, yeah. He was looking for a pass out wide and decided to go back in all of a sudden because he was worried about the number 8 in Brenton Horde overrunning the pass and took it himself underneath the post.
That was just too easy.
Yeah.
That was just too easy.
We'll go to a break.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
Okay, back here for the kick right in front of MPS Web Constructions, the QR Oil sponsor of this BRL clash today. And the replay is brought to you by Shine Lawyers. So a couple of changes here for East Tigers. Number 15.
Yeah, that's Curtis Hatfield.
Coming on.
He's been warming up down here for 10 minutes, but Jason Delizio just held off there. I think he realised that the Tigers were just starting to get on top again, and Brandon Downey lands goal number 3. 3 from 3 from the winger for the Tigers, and they now lead 18 points to 6. Still 9 minutes out from half time, and Logan Brothers can ill afford to let any more points on the board. They're just hemorrhaging too many points at the moment. If the Tigers were to score another try here, it will be really hard to turn that around in one half of football.
Have you seen Mackenzie Reid at all, Mike? The halfback that's just come on there. He's a very dynamic player. But he's been out for a few weeks because of family reasons. That's why he hasn't started on the starting side. Normally he would. But looking for a good injection now. Is
Stuart Brooks on the field for Logan Brothers as well. So here's the restart.
And Maya Goa comes off for Logan Brothers. Look at this.
Another high kick-off, straight down the throat there of Everett. He'll take it himself, going back across field. He'll eventually take the settle about 23 metres out from his own line.
I should have kept count of how many hit-ups he does, Josh, and see if he gets to the 30. That's probably, I reckon he's got about 10 so far.
One thing I do know about Mackenzie Reid is that he has a great pass, and he knows how to read the defence, and certainly players like him, as the ball comes loose and it's been snaffled by Logan Brothers, and they're in good attacking position now, the boys from Logan.
There's a chance here now. Pialoto driven back. Good defence here from the Tigers. Might want to do that one. One of those is Wetu Austin. Slow to get to his feet now. Now they go through Taemaoa, playing at number 5 for Ramon Filippini. I was looking forward to Ramon having a game this afternoon. I do like his style play. Henry Cope now goes
and there's
without.
The mistake from Pokey. Just had a little look-see at the defence.
Oh, now it's a penalty.
Could be a penalty. Well, that's just
Pokey.
just silly ill discipline to give that penalty away. Here it is. Here he has a little look-see at the defence, and it just leaves it behind him. But to go on with it there and give a leg up to the Tigers, because at the end of the day, the Tigers were still inside their own 20-metre line.
Yeah. So, the error was bad enough, but it wasn't so bad
Well,
field position. But now
the Tigers pick up another 25 metres on the kick for touch. So 10 metres inside their own territory. Mackenzie Reid takes the tap. Straight away, Dwayne Kraft. He'll be looking to impress senior coach Craig Ingebrigtsen. He's been in and out of the senior side this year.
Yeah, the Cup team training at East Juniors this afternoon at 4 o'clock. So Trigger will be over here shortly. No doubt looking at his
Sevy, great ball out there to Everett, coming back infield. Everett being pushed towards the side. Does well to throw the ball back infield. They keep it alive. It ends up in the hands there of George going across field. And did well. Twice they were entitled to be pushed into touch there. But they managed to just keep the ball alive. So the Tigers still with a good chance, because they've got structure on both sides of the ruck at the moment. Reid into dummy half. He sends it right. Puts it out there through Corey. Wrapping around there was, I think that was Jake Hargraves, was it?
Sevy.
Was that Sevy coming into the line, was it? And here's the kick back across field. It's off the outside of his foot, but it's not bad. Taken right there on the line, though.
It's only 6 inches in, it wasn't there,
Yeah,
boy.
it was.
No,
It ended up being a perfect kick. This is where the keeping it alive, Josh Everett and then Jake Hargraves.
It was the diamonds in the Netball World Cup there, they were keeping it alive. And, good support play from everybody. They just kept batting in there, and hopefully there was an orange jersey, and there was. So you could throw a blanket over the forward pack of the Logan Brothers side. They need to try and get a couple of big runners, and Pokey needs to make amends now.
Right on
Slow
halfway.
play the ball, yeah. Coming back inside now is number 12 in Pattaya, who's been strong. Dummy run here now. Tony Chong. Chong has been strong. Look at
15, 20 metres. Great run.
And a great tackle by John Puna around the ankles now. Dummy half is Kennedy. Fine Tarangi, will he? No, takes it to the line now and gets monstered by the East defence.
Probably should have given that ball. He's got 9 players out on his left and only 5 Tigers defenders.
Well, coming out line. Last tackle here for Logan Brothers. Here's a chip kick and it'll go straight into the hands of Sevy.
That's not a good kick.
But will he take him quickly? Yeah, and he only makes it to the 10-metre line. So their line defence here for Logan Brothers needs to be good.
The kicking game of both sides has not been good in this first half. We're 4 minutes out from half-time. East leading Logan Brothers, 18 points to 6. And they're in possession, 2 tackles down on their own 20-metre line. Played there by Everett. Coming into the line there is Wetu Austin. Still going.
Ooh.
Does well. Takes 15 metres. Plenty of stopping. 10 metres his own side of halfway. And this time it's Curtis Hatfield. He'll be stopped just shy of the halfway chalk for the Tigers. The fullback dropping back, but probably just a little bit too shallow, but the kick wasn't good. And
watch this.
Soiolo, he's got good footwork. I'd like to see him in broken play.
Well, as I said 2 weeks ago, he scored 4 tries, and most of them were through broken play. As they try to run it out now through Pua Lotu, the try scorer. They just need some forward runs, but they're running flat foot. Sialoa, the fullback, is having to do the forwards work here. There's 4 or 5 big men out there, hands on hips.
They need points before the break.
Logan
Logan Brothers.
Shot there on the chin. Referee says play on though. Just on the chest. Come on, touch. He's call from the crowd. Sialoa again in this set. Oh, he's uplifted.
Great
Put it on his
tackle.
back
And that's from Curtis Hatfield. That's a cracker.
Well, he's only about 60 kilos, I'd imagine. Sialoa. Tarangi, he's hit by the shoulder there late from Brandon George. The referee says no as Josh Everett brings it back.
But it was okay. He pulled up George. He probably could have gone through him like a steam train. The Tigers in possession. 15 their own side of halfway. Good quick play. The ball again.
Oh, he just lost his footing there.
He did. He just slipped over.
Sam Blowfield.
Good play the ball. Hatfield back on the left, but he goes up over halfway and he's just left a trail of destruction behind him. Trevor Exton.
He's hurt himself.
Just he's a player they can ill afford to lose, and he goes Marley Sevi. He's straight through like a hot knife through butter. He's out of 2 tackles, still going. He'll link up with Brandon Downey, and Downey will go in and score his second try of the afternoon. The Tigers lead 22 points to 6. With a conversion to come, and we're 2 minutes out from half-time.
Marley Sevi makes a breakthrough for a good pass, and he's up against his opposite number 1. They had it for a little bit there before he found the support player in Brandon Downey, and he, as a good winger, set himself sail for the corner, and they're over again just before half-time. Logan Brothers, well, they're going to need a Gettysburg speech from Jason Gainey at half-time to try and get them back here. We'll go to a break.
Dave is a dill. You may ask why. Is it because he injured himself? Pat touch. Because he can't work for 6 months? Intrust Super Payguard could be paying Dave 90% of his wages while he recovers. Premiums come out of Super and applying online takes 5 minutes. But Dave doesn't have Payguard, does he? That's why Dave's a dill.
Oh, go easy. You don't know what it's like to be injured.
Dave, you are a dill.
Don't be a dill. Protect your family with award-winning cover at intrust.com.au.
Okay, back here at Langlands, is this still waiting for this kick to be lined up, taking forever. I'm guessing the clock has been stopped and has not yet.
No, it's still going.
He's been there for a while. I'm not sure who's taking
Well, if
the
they
kick.
bring this shot clock rule in, we'd already be in trouble a couple of times this afternoon.
Certainly.
But Brandon Downey, well, he had the easy part of the job. Don't get me wrong, he still had a little bit of work to do, but Marley Sevi, we know what this kid can do. We've watched him the last couple of seasons in the Intrust Super Cup side. He has supreme footwork, and he just has this lovely little swerve, a little bit Steve Renoff-ish, and he manages to just keep the defence off him. They just can't quite grab hold of him, and with a guy who's got as much pace as Sevi, he's just a dangerous weapon every time he touches the ball in broken play.
Here's one for the records. Can you remember a West player in the mid-70s who had a swerve? His last name was McCarthy.
Good old slippery McCarthy.
Yes.
Came up from Coffs Harbour. That's a great kick from
good
Downey.
kicks, boys.
That never looked like missing. That's his 4th goal this afternoon. He's got 14 points in this first half, but the Tigers are out 24 points to 6. They've only got 30 seconds left on the clock here at Langlands Park till half-time, so I don't know that we'll get too much play in. I think the referee said we're definitely kicking off, so there'll be at least 1 or 2
Well, if you had to stop the clock,
tackles.
we'd have 2 minutes to go. But anyway.
Well, that's a try that Logan Brothers can ill afford to have let in. Now, that just makes this job this afternoon all that much harder.
Yes.
Tigers.
Slippery McCarthy, I call him the king of swerve back in those days. He was unbelievable how he swayed his way through the opposition. And obviously we'll go back to that grand final where they won 16-1 against Eastern Suburbs.
I was there that day.
Still
going again. And here's the initial break for the Tigers. Still keeping the ball alive. They're playing touch football, the Tigers, but that will be half time. 24 points to 6. East leading Logan Brothers. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and wrap up the first half.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
Dave is a dill. You may ask why. Is it because he injured himself? Pat touch. Because he can't work for 6 months? Intrust Super Payguard could be paying Dave 90% of his wages while he recovers. Premiums come out of Super and applying online takes 5 minutes. But Dave doesn't have Payguard, does he? That's why Dave's a dill.
Oh, go easy. You don't know what it's like to be injured.
Dave, you are a dill.
Don't be a dill. Protect your family with award-winning cover at intrust.com.au.
Back at Langlands Park. It is half time. Here's that last play from the Tigers. Just keeping the ball alive there. And this was helter-skelter. Brandon Downey. And 24 points to 6.
I think he did a one-on-one strip of his own player there. Just went in there and took it off.
Brandon Downey, well, it was his half. 2 tries and 4 goals in that first 40 minutes. But 24 points to 6. The Tigers leading Logan Brothers. And they've got it all in front of them to do. And from what I can see, that enormous forward pack that they've got is just ineffectual. They're just not using it to do the damage on the Tigers.
You've taken the words right out of my mate. Jason going to be saying, what are you boys doing out there? You're standing at their hands on hips. You can't say they're not fit because it wasn't a hard outing last week. You would have thought racking up 74 points. But they've just got to – Kepu needs to get back out there straight away.
But the conditions, playing these sorts of games in the evening, 5 o'clock, that suits the big fellas.
Totally.
And, if I was East coach Jason Delizio, that would have been one of my big concerns going into this game, that these boys are not going to get tired today. But they didn't have too much possession in the first 15 minutes, and whether the Tigers just moved them around, I didn't particularly think the Tigers were moving the big forwards around too much. They were certainly changing that point of attack. But, certainly the Logan Brothers side, their biggest advantage is their size, and it's just not being used.
They're doing a lot of damage on the right-hand side of East against the Logan Brothers left-hand side defence. And as you said, that man Downey, of course, over there along with Wetu Austin. But the forwards just haven't been standing up. They're a mobile pack. They're not a big pack apart from Kepu in height-wise, and they've just got plenty of players. They need to just go back to old school, Mike. They just need to hit it up the middle, take the hits, don't get fancy. Turn it around.
Just send up 3 or 4 missiles every time, and that's all you've got to do. Pick your targets, pick the same 2 forwards, and you will do the damage on them.
And you can't keep using Inosaialo or obviously the other winger in Tayamoa, but the kicking game hasn't been good as well, because turning around the bigger forwards from
I didn't think the kicking game was particularly good from either side. I think East might have only found the grass twice, and I think Logan Brothers once. And there was that one kick across field on the last that finished up pinpoint on the try line, but I don't know that was exactly where it was supposed to be, because it certainly spiralled off the outside of off Carroll's boot.
Yeah, so the halves have also been fairly quiet. Tararangi's been working hard behind a pack that's been firing blanks at the moment. If that pack can get going forward, Wade Liddell will come into the game as well, along with Wayne Kennedy, a dummy half. But they probably need to bring Terry Kepu on, probably even 5 or first 10 minutes, take him off, and then leave him for the last 10 minutes. They've got to do something in the first 10 minutes. They need to be the first team to score after half-time.
But not only the first to score, they need to dominate East for this first. They need to take some fuel out of the tank, because I'm not seeing any of the East players struggling or sucking in the big ones in back play yet. So they need to do some damage on them so that they can get some dominance at that back end.
All right, we'll go to our sponsors break, and we'll come back as we set sail for the second half. And, geez, would you like to be a fly on the wall in the Logan Brothers dressing shed? Back soon.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
Dave is a dill. You may ask why. Is it because he injured himself? Pat touch. Because he can't work for 6 months? Intrust Super Payguard could be paying Dave 90% of his wages while he recovers. Premiums come out of Super, and applying online takes 5 minutes. But Dave doesn't have Payguard, does he? That's why Dave's a dill.
Oh, go easy. You don't know what it's like to be injured.
Dave, you are a dill.
Don't be a dill. Protect your family with award-winning cover at intrust.com.au.
John Devine and Mike Higginson here at Langlands Park, back after a short break. It is half-time here in this round 17 clash. The East Tigers leading Logan Brothers 24 points to 6. I won't say they're doing it easily, but they're certainly doing it a lot easier than what what they should be doing it. And a couple of the Logan Brothers big forwards should be having a bit of a look at themselves, because they've got plenty of size and they could be doing some damage to the East Tigers, which they weren't doing in that first half. 24 points to 6 at half time. The try scorers in the first half. 4 tries by the Tigers. Jake Hargraves, a great little wraparound and slipping through near the post in the 8th minute. That was the first try of the afternoon. The 5'8", Leon Elian-Yukori, just the defence held off him from close range and he went through underneath the posts. 2 tries to Brandon Downey, both team tries, runaway tries, and Brandon Downey has landed 4 goals from 4 attempts. The try scorer for Logan Brothers, Palatu Taukatalata, and he scored in the 23rd minute, and Ono Soaolo, he converted the try. So 24 points to 6. They've got it all before them, Logan Brothers. But, I still think they're mathematically a chance of making the finals, Logan Brothers. I mean, they should really be treating this as sudden death semi-finals. These are the games they have to be winning.
I spoke to Jason Gainey at the start of the game. They can afford to lose one, but you don't want to be going the last game of the season and relying on a win to get there. You need to probably win this game. Go into the next week's game, and hopefully you've already put it to bed that you're in the semi-finals. You might be able to rest a couple of players, but if they lose tonight, they're going to do it real tough. And Eastern Tigers, obviously they've got a game. I think it's a curtain race as the winner, Manly versus Redland City Seagulls at 1:15. I think you'll find next week as well. So they'll be in front of their home ground. And East, you would think, wrapping up probably 3rd spot on the ladder if they win today, and obviously next week against. To my mind,
is it top 5 or top 4 in the BRL?
Top 6.
In the BRL?
Top 6.
Top 6 still, out of 10 teams.
Yeah, so 1 and 2 will play each other. They won't have a bye. In the first round, not like the Intrust Super Cup. 1 and 2 will play. 3 will play 6 and 4 will play 5.
They'll be sudden death?
They'll be sudden death. Now, from what I gather with the BRL competition, I'm not really sure if it's. I was hoping Brad Talon be able to clarify this. The side 3 and 4 will play. 3 will play 6, 4 will play 5. Now, the winner out of 1 and 2 will pick who they want to play.
Will pick?
They get a choice.
Gee, I disagree with picking, but they should be entitled to play I believe, the lowest place survivor out of those elimination semi-finals. But
should be taken out of their hands probably and let them. That's the way it goes.
Well,
one will play the loser out of 3 and 5, and the winner.
We've had issues with the top 6 in the Intrust Super Cup a couple of seasons ago, where it was the top 2 sides got the week off in the first week and then straight into twin preliminary finals like the NRL does and the AFL. But they've changed that this year. I like the system they've got this year. They have the week off. They have the 2 elimination finals, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, and then it becomes like the old school top 4 where one will play 2. So both of those teams have had the same week off to go into an equal semi-final. They will play the major semi. The 2 survivors from the 2 elimination finals will play the knockout semi-final a week after. So you know that if you've played 3rd through to 6, it's sudden death for you the whole way through. And both 1 and 2, they get the week off, and obviously that first major semi in week 2 will be played at the home of the minor premiers.
And actually, ideally, if you finish 3rd, you'd rather finish 3rd anywhere else in the ladder because you get 2 semi-finals. If you win your first one, you'll host the next final the following week as well.
It is a little bit of a key position mathematically if you want to look at it that way. But at the end of the day, you've still got to play one of those top 2 sides.
But 3 versus 6 can be sudden death. So let's say, for example, the Ipswich Jets take on the Northern Pride. That's not given on. I know it'll be at North Ipswich Reserve. But geez, the Pride, they've been there before, and all of a sudden the Jets, or even Winner Manly, could be knocked out straight away in the first week. So it's sudden death, even though you finish 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, it's an interesting semi-finals, and I'm really looking forward to seeing 2 things happen. One, whether the Townsville Blackhawks can go on and do what Sunshine Coast have done, what the Pride Nilly did by coming into the competition, winning it in their first year in. And 2, whether PNG Hunters are the real deal this year. Their consistency has been really good. They're going to be put to the test. They're the only team that's beaten Townsville Blackhawks twice. And they will be the only team that does that this season. So they'll be going absolutely nuts in our nearest neighbours once the semi-finals come around. But, it'll just be interesting to see how that final series pans out, especially if PNG are hosting a semi-final in week 2. Should they have should they have lost the Townsville Blackhawks in week 3? Should they have lost the Townsville Blackhawks in week 2? Providing they still finish in the position that they're in at the moment.
That's right. So how do you see finishing the top 6? One will obviously be the Blackhawks.
I still think Blackhawks will finish minor premiers. I actually think PNG will still finish second. It's a toss of the coin. My jury's out on Winner Manly. They've just sustained some injuries at the wrong end of the season, and they're critical injuries. Can they cover for them? What we've seen all this season is the East Tigers covering for the loss of players here. So, it can be done.
Well, they've got to buy this weekend to actually try and mend those sore men. So straight away, the Logan Brothers, and I'm sure the message is obviously just hit it up. And let's see if you and I are both right, and Jason Gainey has implemented these instructions just to run it straight up. But there's a dummy half run here from the Logan Brothers player on the far side. He makes it 18 metres short of the halfway line. Straight one out stuff at the moment. That's what the Logan Brothers need to do. Again, here they go up through the middle. Pen pokey.
Well, they're picking the same target. That's 3 tackles in a row. They're picking the same couple of targets. And that's what I was alluding to, using your big forwards. You need to target those players and you need to do the damage on them.
There's Pattaya over the halfway line. So they're making some yards. Hang on to the footy. The kicking game will be essential into this breeze, though, in the second half. Oh, break here. Halfway through, I think you'll find his pokey. They play, and he's slowly getting to his feet now. Left-hand side now.
Oh, that's a terrible pass. It went forward. Well,
he won't be happy with that.
I admire the idea. There was a little bit of space out there with was it Tamoe who's out on this wing?
Yeah, number 5.
But yeah, just the execution was just terrible. I don't know that there was enough space for him to get outside Brandon Downey anyway.
You don't. Well, that's the end of the set of 6, and already Eastern Suburbs are only 4 metres short of the halfway line.
Well, it was actually Tau Catalata out here on this wing.
I knew that. I wasn't
being the second half, they've swapped sides, believe it or not. So here's the Tigers. Oh, and that's Nukori, first half try scorer underneath the post. And that 15 metres he made there was just far too easy, John.
Yep.
Coming back the right side.
It's a mirror of the first half at the moment.
George takes the defence on and he'll settle it 27 metres out, the Tigers.
Well, Reed.
Dummy, that's not a bad dummy there. Reed, he sold it to the 2 markers, but eventually he'll be stopped right on the 20-metre line. Now it comes out there to Nukori, and that's not a bad kick, but the chasers just weren't there. Josh Everett was just nowhere near the ball, and it was just too easy for Tamoe just to clean that kick up.
So that's what they need to get out of here, and they're inside the 10 Eastern Suburbs, a little bit too keen, but I suggest Jason Delizio wouldn't mind that penalty, showing their eagerness to try and hold Logan Brothers down inside their own red zone, as we like to call it, as Tarangi will find touch, just 20 metres short of the halfway line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they keep going down that right side, because they target it in that first set of 6. So let's see if they target that again. They've certainly got a 10-man back line stretched out. It's a short defensive line from the Tigers, so Brandon Downey's giving Tau Catalata probably 15 to 20 metres head start.
Kennedy, a couple of runs from dummy half now. It's Trevor Exton now, finds a ball out wide. Sialoa, it goes under a high shot there from Kennedy. Sialoa still going. Oh, good run from Sialoa, but a great tackle around the ankles there from Brandon George. Dummy half, Kennedy. Shouldn't be going himself. Should have a forward runner here. They need to step up here this afternoon. The Logan Brothers is put on the toe there by Cope, and that will find touch.
Wasn't a bad option there. There was a little bit of space down there, but the kick was just angled too much towards the sideline, and Tau Catalata just had no chance of beating that ball into touch. But
I bet it.
I admire the thought process that's happening here, and certainly there was just a couple of heart palpitations there from the Tigers' defence just to quickly shut that down.
Yeah, Henry Copey there. It's not a bad ploy. Just slow down, keep the energy levels up high for the forward pack, a big forward pack, the Logan Brothers, and they're going to have to fire at the back end of this game if they're going to win. They obviously need to score first, but let's see what their line defence is to put pressure on the Eastern Suburbs.
Tigers win the scrum. 23 metres out from their own line, almost in centre field.
Gee, that John Puna is a massive man.
And he's lost the ball too.
Oh.
He's just a loose carry. There were hands going in around the ball and the arm carrying the ball, but I didn't see a strip.
Trevor Exton now set sail for the centre of the field now. He's driven back in good defence from the Tigers. Exton looking for a quick play of the ball. Kennedy a dummy half now. Here's the big winner in Tawakalawa. No, that's the other wing, I should say. It should be in Tayamoa. Centre field now. Kennedy. Terrible pass out to Kopi. He's looking for a 4-run. Kopi will have to take the tackle, and he does so. That of Hatfield. Quick play. Chance.
Great play the
Kennedy.
ball.
Kennedy just short of the try line.
Plenty of toe off the mark too.
Both sides are asleep now. They centre wide. Exton. Tarangi's outside him. Exton goes back in field. Bushes off Reed. Exton almost through there, but he's tackled from his opposite 13 in Ingersoll. Last tackle here for the Logan Brothers. Tarangi with it. Puts it on the toe, but nobody else is going through with it. Oh, they were asleep out there as Josh Everett runs it out. Easy as you like.
Well, it was the same as the kick across field for the Tigers at the other end of the field. And the whistle goes again.
They've driven him back in field, I think. That might be a dropout. Let's have a look at the replay, Kay. You got it? I think he's pushed back in goal, is Everett.
Well, he's out over the line there. He's doing well, but there are 5.
It's more green over there
than grass.
But anyway, a line dropout. So that's what Jason Gainey be very happy with that. Josh Everett, he's not an easy man to stop.
Draw the penalty. 6 tackles later, they're getting a repeat set down the other end of the field. That's exactly what Logan Brothers have ordered.
Tarangi will take that. He'll put it onto the chest now.
Pokey.
Setting sail now. Another forward runner. Tarangi's barking orders out there. Kennedy a dummy half now. Slow play the ball. They want it a little bit quicker than that. Try and put him on the back foot. The East Tigers. Tarangi on his own now. The little man there. Exton was a little bit in front of him. Wasn't able to take that pass. Exton lines up now. He will take it. Straight ahead will Exton go. The lock forward smashes into John Puna. And he'll be still held up. Quick play the ball. Kennedy. Left-hand side now. Cope with it. Silo cuts it out now. Gives it on to Joey Richards. Richards trying to push forward there, but he's grabbed from behind in Nikuro. Play the ball. Oh, dummy run here from Tawakalawa.
No, selfish play. That wasn't the option.
Looking for Kennedy.
They've still got numbers deep on the right, Logan Brothers. They've got 8 on 5. But it's got to be 2 long passes straight away. There's the first one. And there's the second one. That's where it's got to go.
Sayaloa kick. That's going to go straight into Everett's hands now, and a nothing kick. Should have gone dead in goal there. At least make it harder to get out from the in goal area. That's 15 metres easy.
If you're going to kick it, but they still had 3 on 2. Just put it through the hands.
Try your luck.
Well, I don't know.
No play on.
No, referees said it didn't go forward. Well, lucky to get away with that, the Tigers. And Logan Brothers could do a lot worse than using Trevor Exton as a second 5'8". He stands off the ruck nicely. That's great ball out to Downey, looking for try number 3. Terrible grubber kick.
Hang on.
Works out well. Toe to head. It'll bounce up into the hands there of Mackenzie Reid, and he'll go through and score underneath the post.
Well, they'll find themselves hardly.
Well, that has got to have started from the worst grubber kick you've ever seen from Brendan Downey, but he's managed to keep it alive. They say you make your own luck in rugby league. It's end up with Mackenzie Reid. He'll go through and score. That'll be the match-winning try for the East Tigers this afternoon.
Just have a look at that again. Can I just want to have a look at Kurt Hatfield? Did he actually get a boot on that, or did it just come off his knee?
I don't know.
Here it is. No,
I think he missed it clean. I think. Oh no, he did. He did.
No, I think it might have been Wetu Austin actually missed it there, but.
Can we just run that again? I just want to see, just slow it down there if we can. No, we can't. I was just wondering if Mackenzie Reid was maybe slightly offside, but
referee was right there.
Touch judge was right in line with it. He says it was okay.
We'll go to a break. 20.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
All right, back here with, for a change, an easy kick for Brandon Downey. But hopefully he doesn't do the Prince of Kitchener Park, Chris Green. He seems to miss him right in front. No problems here. So that
5
takes
from 5.
30 points to 6 on the Shine Lawyers scoreboard.
Still 30 minutes of play to go. And
for and against will certainly be. There's
yeah, they
18 points.
You know, it's one thing to lose the game, but you don't want the score to get embarrassing, and for and against could really hurt you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the East Tigers for and against. More
yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I don't want to
you just don't want that to blow out.
No. So.
Well, but Brandon, we've seen all the skills from Brandon Downey this afternoon, but obviously grubber kicks at this stage is not one of his strong suits.
I saw.
That's going to go.
That's a good kick.
Jeez, I thought it was drifting, but it started.
Oh!
Wow.
Schalke.
Oh, if you thought that tackle earlier from.
Let's have a look at that.
Tamoe. Well, this was sickening.
And Bushka.
Well, John Devine, a couple of these tackles have to go on the highlight reel on a video of their own and put on Facebook.
Those two hits tonight will definitely make Facebook on the BRL Facebook page.
But there's just not enough of it. Like,
unbelievable. Early kick. Nobody at home
downfield
here.
there from
Brandon Downey.
Flying through, just looking. Oh, he's going to let it go dead.
The breeze has pushed that over the try line.
So Ialo. Now, they've got to all get on side, Logan Brothers, before he can take the quick tap.
Yep, 7 they've got.
They're on side now.
Silo. Jeez, he's a dynamic fullback. There's two good fullbacks out here in Maley Sevi and Ono Sialoa. Dummy half run. There's a don't argue. There's a footy, Franks, if you don't mind.
Do you know if Soa Olo and Terry Kepu, are they actually signed with South Logan? Are they actually dual registered or not?
I don't know.
Here's the penalty.
There's a penalty here for us out. They got to just take.
I have penalties 4-3 to East, and that's the second penalty that Logan Brothers have drawn in this half.
I think it's 3-1 at half time. I think the penalty count.
It's 4-3
now
to the Tigers now.
So they've got
referee Liam Kennedy not getting whistle happy.
No, I didn't see him the first half, which is always good. And congratulations has got to go to Belinda Sleeman, who will be refereeing as we speak.
Oh, yes.
The Capras and the Capras and South.
How good's that to see a female centering at this level? I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Look, honestly, you would not know she was out there because she puts the foot down in the first 5 or 10 minutes, which is what all referees should do, as they lost an Logan
ball.
Brothers. And everybody knows where she stands for the rest of the game. That's
I was just going to say, you wonder how, players have a tendency to get a little bit cheeky,
mouthy.
Apparently. Apparently it used to happen in my day a bit as well. But I certainly never had the situation of having a female referee, and I just don't know how that goes down when they're on field. But certainly the message should be given.
Yeah, she refereed the Struddies pre-season final between Valleys and
she
Redcliffe
did
did a great job there. First half, I don't think there was a penalty in the first 25 minutes by Sleeman. So, anyway, Mackenzie Reid with it.
Mackenzie Reid. And that was New Corey looking for options. Pops it out the back. It's picked off there by Downey. That's play on. Crowd doesn't like it, but it's correct. Downey's been tripped.
Oh!
Was that a trip or a shoulder? Well,
there's an obstruction he's calling. Let's have a look.
Let's just see. He was certainly interfered with. Popped it out nicely. That was play on. That's a correct decision. Puts the kick in. There's not too much. There's not.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Well, I think Liam Kennedy may have been sucked into that a little bit, but certainly he's drawn the
he just held his
penalty.
ground and ran into him.
There was nothing in it.
Yeah.
There was nothing in it.
So Mackenzie Reid will have a tap here. And
18 metres out, and the Tigers, looking to go further in the lead. They lead 30 points to 6. Looking for try number 6. There goes big Dwayne Kraft.
Jesus,
just no one there behind him. A couple of times he's spun in those hit-ups, and there's just been no one there to offload to. I'd love to see him offload some of those short passes. It's in the hands there of Carroll. No one wants him. Still going. Carroll underneath, but it's a penalty.
Obstruction.
There's an obstruction there, and Liam Kennedy's right. So it's going to be
There's the replay, Mike.
A Logan Brothers penalty.
Right.
There it is. You can put your hands up all you like, Brandon George, but at the end of the day, you're still in there. He did his best to become invisible, but it just wasn't going to happen.
I got to work with Brandon George as a big man. Oh, geez, the hits just keep coming in this BRL clash. Unbelievable.
Some fairly solid tackling.
Blindside here. Pataya. Grilled. Mackenzie Reid, one of the tacklers.
Solid contact there from Nikori in that tackle too.
Kepu
on the
sets
field, and that's the way to do it all. Watch the arm. Well, he's drawn the penalty.
I don't know whether that's right because Mackenzie Reid was actually on the receiving end of that.
Well,
the replay. Mackenzie Reid copped a couple in the jugular from Terry Kepu. Watch this. There's one. Look at that.
I don't know that there was
That's
too
not a
much in it, but he's certainly drawn the penalty for the strip.
Twice now, Terry Kepu has just caused carnage from his full running. He
just doesn't do it enough.
Exactly. Once every set he's got to do it. We've only got 25 minutes. It's cool conditions. You wouldn't think it'd be any more than 20 degrees out there. And
no, it's actually quite cool.
Yeah, conditions are quite good. There's no greasiness out there, so he needs to set sail again, Kepu.
So this set will start for Logan Brothers. About 5 metres inside Tigers territory, 6 metres inside Tigers territory.
1 minute we've got 3 footies on the field, now we've got none. There's a kid over there having a great time with one over there if he wouldn't mind sharing.
Yeah, and that's the one they want.
Yep.
Oh.
The other one's on the footy field. There you go. So this won't take long. The referee hasn't stopped the clock. He probably should.
Well.
There we go. So Kennedy with it now, and he'll put it onto the chest now of Stuart Brooks. And Brooks is one. Kepu, look at this. The gun's loaded. Here he comes. Kennedy gives it to Kepu. Sets sail and bang. Still going as Kepu. 1, 2, 3, 4 Eastern Suburbs players, and they still are. Eventually they put him down.
That was read really well there by Dwayne Kraft and drawing the penalty.
That's twice he's got a penalty because they're taking their time to get off him, but I think they're exhausted when they get smashed by the big number 8.
When Kepu took that last ball up, Dwayne Kraft set for that tackle beautifully, and he set his shoulder nicely, and Kepu was not going through there.
Maigawa, good metres there. Dummy half, Kennedy, goose steps. Pulled down, great tackle there, I think you find from Brenton Horwood, a try saver. Dummy half run here now. Maigawa held up. They've got to use their backs. Look, they got
a deep back line on the right.
8 players way out on the right-hand side here. It's long pass as Cope takes
Terrible pass to start with.
Cope, he'll take the tackle. It's broken down, this play.
Actually, it's still on the right side.
They've got 5 players to the right on the
Just
blind
a
side.
slow play, the ball. See, that's what's killed it.
Kepu draws a pass. Exton pops it out the back now, and Kepu will have to pick it up. Oh, good work there from Terry Kepu. Goose step now. Kepu, 1, 2, looking for an offload. Kepu gorillaing his way towards the try line, and he's lost it. Oh,
he has lost it too. Well,
flat-footed was Terry Kepu.
I'm not sure if he was with Logan Brothers when they were still playing in second division, but he is an absolute monster.
He's put it, don't argue, on Mackenzie Reid. Like you wouldn't believe, for the second time in the space of 3 minutes. And Terry Kepu, they're the man, but that's energy-sapping stuff that he has to do.
But Terry Kepu's hands is about the size of a tennis racket. If you're going to cop it, don't argue there.
He just lost his whole face and his fingerprints. So this scrum, will they give it a bit of a push? You can guarantee if they do, they're going to reset it. Kennedy.
Oh, this is just one of the areas that they can gain an advantage over the opposition. It just hasn't happened for them tonight. Tom Price warming up on the sideline for the Tigers. So we'll see Jason Delizio bring him on at some stage surely.
There's Everett.
Mackenzie Reid still doing all the dummy half work.
Well, we've gone 18
for
minutes,
the Tigers.
18 minutes, and there's only been 1 try scored by East, so Logan Brothers certainly stepped up in the second half.
Oh, well, it's helped with 3 penalties and some ineffectual kicking from the Tigers. So it's been a much more dominant second half from Logan Brothers, but they just haven't managed to convert that into points. Soiolo dropping right back now for the kick. Comes across field. Nikori going back across field.
There's a wrecking ball went past him called Kepu.
Eventually he'll roll it. He's moved off the mark by about 2 metres.
Oh!
Referee's correct.
Oh, he's pushed back.
Now, this is the new ruling they have where players can take it back. He's actually got to take it back. Thank you.
I thought he was penalising Trevor Rex.
No.
I saw the arm come out and he wants to go back again. Jeez, come on, Liam.
Now what's the problem?
Go back further.
Wrong blade of grass again. He didn't move. He said it was okay and he didn't move.
You got to do the coach thing, the old referee thing. Mark the mark for the scrum. Dig the heel in.
He's still on the same. He is still on the same spot. He's on the same spot where he played the ball on the last play.
Mackenzie Reid, good little kick
it's
here.
Not bad. Not bad, but it just stood up too easily for the Logan Brothers defence. It comes to nothing, and they start this set in good position.
Exactly right. Yes, unbelievable. The referee's a bit pedantic on and not pedantic on.
Well, he had a really good first half, Liam Kennedy. Stayed out of the play.
Yeah, probably better.
Just getting, I don't know, caught up in players' emotions a little bit.
My goer, set sail 10 metres over into Tiger territory.
They need to
Kennedy,
score some points.
Kepu on the left-hand side goes forward. Kepu looking for an offload. He does. He rolls it back. Kennedy now.
That's
the
great play.
Silo. Oh,
that's
high.
high.
Around the head.
That's high.
Oh, Mackenzie Reid was one, and the other player. We'll have a look at the replay for Shine Lawyers.
Wasn't too
Kepu
much in it.
runs
Tom Ingersoll was the other player.
Rolls it out the back, and then Sire Lower set sail, and yeah. You can't go that high. It was I won't say intentional.
No, it was just a lazy. It was just a lazy
arm out.
Yeah.
We might go to a break, Kenny, as these boys get sorted out.
Dave is a dill. You may ask why. Is it because he injured himself? Pat Touch. Because he can't work for 6 months? Intrust Super Payguard could be paying Dave 90% of his wages while he recovers. Premiums come out of Super and applying online takes 5 minutes. But Dave doesn't have Payguard, does he? That's why Dave's a dill.
Oh, go easy. You don't know what it's like to be injured.
Dave, you are a dill.
Don't be a dill. Protect your family with award-winning cover at intrust.com.au.
Back here is Sire Lower getting the sports trainer looking and see if he can see who he is. And he's probably said, "What's for breakfast, Mum?" And said, "Yeah, you're right. Way you go. Keep playing."
Kennedy should just take a quick tap. He does so.
Away they go. My goer. They need the big forward runner to stay. Look and go the blind side is Cope, but they go inside ball again to Terry Kepu, and there's a shoulder there, if you don't mind me saying so, from the 17 in Nyakuro. Play the ball now. Kennedy with it. Goes behind. Tarangi, wrap around.
Great ball.
Great
ball.
He'll go all the way, will he? No!
Oh, now it's going to be on.
Sevi.
Stacks on the mill. Now,
Maley Sevi has
they need to keep their heads because the referee has not missed this.
Have a look at this replay.
If anything's worthy of us, I won't say it yet. We'll just.
We got it, yeah, mate. Just stay away from the blue.
This was a fantastic break.
Oh, it's a coat hanger.
Well,
every sense of the word there. And
he's tried to pull out, but
no.
Well, he's tried to pull his arm back, but at the end of the day, it's still been made. And if ever there's a cause for a send-off, we could have one right here.
Sire Lower. Oh,
referee would be within his rights.
Now, I just want to see
to dismiss the player.
Kenny, can we just go back again? There's something happening.
I don't want to preempt.
Yeah, just have a look at the back play here. Somebody's come in and tackled someone without the ball after the incident. Now, Sire Lower goes in here. He gets cleaned up here. Now, somebody comes flying in. There it is, number 12.
Yeah, he's just gone for Marley Sevi. That was his initial reaction.
So
now there's two things to sort out. One, if that's a high tackle, if the referee has seen clean contact between that forearm and the head of Soiola, it's a send off for mine. It's send off. See you later. Off you go. The second thing to sort out was, were there punches thrown in there, or was it just all push and shove? We couldn't see from here.
Everybody was there, even.
Well,
a whole 30 of them were out there. Trevor Exton can't believe what's happening.
Oh,
somebody's come in late. There may have been a punch that's been seen from the ref on the far side.
You can't blame the reaction from Logan Brothers.
I think it might be Andrew Patea that they're looking at, the number 12. He did come in. He was the first player to come in to take on Marley Sevi after he went into that high shot. You got it there again, Kenny, if we've still got it up there. I think it's Patea.
It's just an awful looking tackle. Here we are again.
It is Patea as we talked to, but he's been let.
But, you know, we're also on this side, so we can't preempt what the initial contact was. The touch judge from the far side. The touch judge from the far side is the one who had the good look at it. Now, Sevi.
He's talking to Ingersoll here. Nothing's happening. There'll be a penalty, no doubt. But he's spoken to...
No send-off.
Marley Sevi, and he spoke to Tom Ingersoll, and the penalty be there.
It's just for a high tackle.
That'll go somewhere further than that, I think, Mike.
Well, they'll certainly look at it, but like I said, it depends how much contact was made. It looks awful from where we're standing, but whether that initial contact was across the chin or not.
Yeah, but his head just went back like he'd run into a clothesline. It's Patea now. Dummy half run here. I think you find it's from Liddell. Just come on. No, Liddell's on the bench. Just about to come on. So slow play the ball here for Logan Brothers. It was Kennedy.
That's killing him tonight too, to slow play the ball.
Tarangi tries to push off Price, but he's gorilled to the ground there as Here's Tarangi. Kennedy with it now.
Kepu's loading up again.
Exton. Oh, almost a...
This is where I say that Exton should be operating as a second 5'8", a pivot, and having players running off both sides of him. He's such a dangerous player. He's got really good spatial awareness.
Sailoa. Oh, he's still going. He's like a chicken without his head on, which is what nearly happened to him. Last play here. And that'll be the end of the set of 6, and that'll be a turnover there. Disappointing end there from...
Very disappointing end. And they've got 9 players lined out in the back line on the right side of the field.
I don't think he knew there was the last, perhaps. He was trying to set up
a
play.
There is that.
But there's about 3 guys around him, so it's the last.
So Tigers...
Oh, he's dropped that.
No, too much interference in the play of the ball. Penalty count I have 8-6 to Logan Brothers, so they've got 7 penalties in this second half. Logan Brothers, East.
Just giving him a push.
Just dropping there. Oh, just.
It's Keystone.
But you can't do it in that play the ball area. So
it was like he had somebody on all fours behind him, and he's pushed him, expecting to fall over in the old comedy routine there. But it's just a let off and an unnecessary and unfortunate.
That's a great kick for touch, isn't it? Wow.
Straight over the head of Jason Delizio down there on the side.
30 metres. They'll start this set from 15 inside their own territory. And first hit up, big Dwayne Kraft.
Been quiet tonight.
In the second half.
Yeah.
Draws plenty of green jerseys. He'll be stopped 2 metres his own side of halfway. Reed into dummy half. New Corey. Terrible pass. Carroll can't get it. Picked up there nicely out wide there by, I think it was picked up by Wetu Austin. No. Hargraves it was. Hargraves left centre. And just had a little look-see, and the ball goes down.
Now you talk about the green.
And that's Brenton Horwood.
You talk about the green jerseys. I had the pleasure of calling the Logan Brothers versus
Ipswich.
Unbelievable. It took me 2 or 3 minutes, Kenny, I think, in the first half to realise which way Ipswich were running that game. I was calling the opposition, but surely he's got to be an away script that the Logan Brothers might have had. But anyway. Jason
Delizio will not be happy with what he's seeing in this second half. He's seeing ill discipline and a real lapse in concentration from his East Tigers.
He said he spoke about the patches, the little 3 or 5 minutes, bits of play where
this has been 15 minutes.
And this has got 18 minutes. The clock has been stopped. And referee Kennedy wants this one set like a scrum.
Want it set like a scrum, but let's not feed it like a scrum.
I heard him say crouch, set, pause. Slowly but surely the pill will go in. Uncontested scrum, as we like to call it. Sailoa. Jeez, he's just unbelievable. No, Sailoa's a dummy half now. I think that might be the number 11 in Ayamoa. Sailoa now. Jinking runs, keeping away from Sailoa.
He's got some.
Whoa, look at this.
Some acceleration, hasn't he?
Still going Sailoa.
And this is the broken play that I've been waiting to see from him.
Unbelievably did the pirouette.
This kid could be anything.
Exton. Oh, charging. Good defence there from the Tigers.
And once again, Exton turned in that tackle, had no support coming up behind him.
Kepu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, coming in from the side there was
got to be careful doing that.
Ingersoll cut him in half. Liddell back on the field now. Cope. Tarangi. Goes himself. Tarangi still going. Looking for someone. Nobody there. Tarangi will take the tackle. Slow play the ball. Second effort there, if you ask me. He was trying to get to his feet to play it. As Liddell goes to the blind side. Last tackle here has been just dropped and it's messed up. And I think he finds a knock on.
I don't even know if it came off his foot in the end.
Yeah,
but certainly that kick just did not function.
No, he tried to put it on the toe there, but I think it was look at the Shine Lawyers replay. Yeah, grub a kick now. It's just found the boot of Josh Everett, I think, over there.
All this dominance by Logan Brothers this afternoon in this second half, which has pretty well been the entire half played in the East Territory, and they haven't managed to put any points on, which is real credit to the Tigers' defensive commitment.
And only one repeat set of 6 as well.
It's real credit to their commitment in defence. There's a great ball. And it is Mackenzie Reid running off Marley Savvy. He's on his own. There's the kick ahead. Brandon Downey's going to pick it up, and he'll score try number 3. He's had a whale of a game this evening. He'll go in underneath the post. It's 34 points to 6 with a kick to come.
Let's look at the Shine Lawyers replay, and it's just gone. We've been down the left-hand side of the field all night, and all of a sudden, Mackenzie Reid puts it on the toe, saw Brandon Downey out wide, sits up nicely, sets sail for the try line, and the amazing Ono Sailoa couldn't stop him. And Brandon Downey, geez, he's just finishing off all the good work that's been happening in the centre of the park. We'll go to a break. back live here, and yes, Brandon Downey. Well, he's got 3 tries, but this is the great thing about the BRL competition. I'm wondering whether it's actually going to expand and maybe bring in those Burley sides next year. It'd be interesting to see what happens with BRL, but it's just creating such a strong competition all week. These players actually are made to step up because they're playing a strong competition week in, week out, and 80 minutes of footy instead of 70.
No, I agree, but I don't think those Gold Coast teams will be coming into the competition anytime soon, because the idea that the QRL has is that those Gold Coast Intrust Super Cup clubs, Burleigh and Tweed, should be feeding those players back into the local competition, which is what they want Ipswich Jets to do with the Ipswich competition. Here's Downey's conversion. 24 points this evening so far, 6 from 6 off the boot and 3 tries. If we were giving a man of the match, it'd be pretty hard to go past him, although Mackenzie Reid has had he's had a blinder coming in off the bench.
Yeah, he's just slotted back into the side after a few weeks off. And disheartened Logan Brothers side will come back. But as we said earlier, I mean, they've got to look at that for and against. They've got to win next week to stay in the top 6. Jason Gainey believed only 1 loss they can afford, but they can't afford a big loss.
Here's the restart. It's a high kick off.
Oh, nicely
taken there by New Corey. No pressure on him while he's taking it, and that's been a real key. There's been no pressure on the players receiving the ball.
No, I haven't seen. I think Sialoa is the only one who's had to defuse a very lethal bomb so far, and that was just right down here in the first half, right on the chalk from a kick.
Smith's back on the field for the Tigers, coming into dummy half.
You'll be looking at the East Tigers just to hold the footy down and just don't make any errors, and Zingasol has a crack.
Takes it up to about 3 metres his own side of halfway.
Belfield, it was. My apologies. Now it's Ingersoll. Oh,
solid contact on him too.
4
metres inside Logan Brothers territory. Here's the last play for the Tigers, and here's the kick going for the corner. That's a better kick.
Broken play, Sialoa. Let's see what happens. And they're all awake to it, and he just runs straight into like a forward. He doesn't step or anything. He just goes straight
pushed towards the sideline too.
Yeah, Jake Hargraves, the tackler there. They go through Wayne Kennedy now to try and run it out into the big forwards. Liddell, a dummy half. Exton's there. Amoa, almost a forward pass now, and he makes it 18 metres short of the halfway line. Good run, that one. Pulled down by Ingersoll. Another good run. Where was this early in the piece?
This is much better structure from the forwards from Logan Brothers.
Exton, Kepu goes behind him now, goes behind everybody, and he's a chance if he can get it on the toenails.
Once again, and they lose 20 metres, you know.
And a knock on to boot.
And a knock on, but they lose 20 metres
and a scrum
just by one missed time pass.
So a scrum here for East.
This is danger signs here, Logan Brothers. There's still 12 minutes of play remaining, and they're just starting to really drop their concentration level. And the Tigers, well, they're hungry. They've scored, you know, enough points to win the game now, so there's no pressure on them. They're guaranteed a finals position, and now's the time that they could really put Logan Brothers to the sword.
I certainly think Jason Delizio would like to see him finish off the last 10 minutes without taking their foot off the throat, because they're up against some tough sides. Ipswich Jets, Redland City Seagulls, and obviously
is that what they're calling them? Redland City Seagulls?
Winner Manly Redland City Seagulls. Try and say that.
That's
mouthful of marbles.
That's got to be the longest name in history.
Yeah, so ask Kenny, he's got to type it onto the screen there. There's a lot of abbreviations as East Tigers set sail again, trying to put another
Carroll, set play, running around.
Sevi will go all the way.
He will go all the way, and that is as soft as you like. That's a training run by the East Tigers. They were flat-footed, that Logan Brothers, and did not slide at all. Here it is. Back around. Whose was he? No one's. Mr. Nobody's.
Might have been Tony Chong there. He ran around.
Marley Sevi. He'll score 60. What's that? The 69th minute, and that's the 40 points for the Tigers, and they'll now staring down the barrel of 50.
We'll go to a break and come back with a kick.
It's more those.
We're back live. Yep.
Yeah, it's more that middle section of the field. There's just no communication going from left side to right side and vice versa. And he was just caught flat-footed, and before he knew it, the ball was on him, and he was outnumbered and outran.
And even in attack, the right-hand side of there's no communication. Because how many times have we seen there's been 6 or 7 players on that far right-hand side? Tarangi and Cope haven't centred that way. They've had the set play there, and often they've had to turn themselves back in field without using the players out wide. Their right-hand side is just in tatters.
Well, what as Brandon Downey lines up his 7th goal. This is mate. Would you back him in?
Yeah,
he hasn't had a kick from there this evening.
He'll smack this. I don't know why we're bothering. It's 40 points to 6. The touchies are getting cold. The clock's still going, but he'll smash this over, no problems. The breeze behind him coming over from Villanova College Hill here at Cooperoo.
Moves in. Strikes it well. Plenty of height and length. I think he's hooked it to the left. He has. So he's had his first. How much do we have riding on that one, JD?
Well,
Nothing?
No,
right, okay.
There's obviously some kryptonite over that.
I thought there was a dinner in the Leagues Club or something you said, but conversion unsuccessful, 40 points to 6. East Tigers leading Logan Brothers.
Do they sell soup?
But what I'm finding ironic from this east side, all the danger and the movement that they've been creating this evening has usually been down this right side for the Tigers. But in the Intrust Super Cup side, it's all down the left side. That's their strength in attack.
I'm looking forward to seeing Lower just have one more run before this game's over. As Eastern Suburbs run it out, they've just wide of the ruck. They're just making.
I'd like to see him have a run at Intrust Super Cup level and see how he'd go off the back of a really organised forward pack. He would have so much room.
Go the blind side now.
That's a good charge there, up there, and a penalty. Bielefeld. I actually don't know what the penalty was for. Just leading with the shoulder, was it? Because that just looked fine to me.
Oh, he's flipped him over, Tarangi.
Well,
I
didn't think there was.
He's putting arms out to tackle him, and he's flipped over just because of momentum.
This has been an issue that Troy Robbins and myself have discussed on Tiger TV many times over, that players are much faster and much stronger and much more athletic than what they've ever been before. And a lot of these guys can certainly lift and throw their own weight, right?
Totally.
Whereas back in the old days, you wouldn't be able to lift and throw your own weight like you can now. But they're so fit and so agile players now that it's become a bit of an epidemic. Just how often players get flipped over. As Nukori coming into the line, solid contact, bounces off Kepu, still going Nukori.
Kepu comes back.
Out of 2 tackles, eventually he'll be stopped 9 metres out, right in front of the uprights. Tigers on the boil again. Smith into dummy half. He sends it left. Goes out there through Ingersoll. Now it's with Carroll. Eventually it goes out there through, I think it's with Hargraves, is it? Sevi coming into the line, and he'll be stopped about 6 metres out. Coming back to the right. They're standing pretty flat, the Tigers. It's not like they've got a decent back line happening there. That's Price. He'll be stopped 8 metres out for the Tigers. Nukori, plenty of time, doesn't execute the kick well. Downey punches it back infield. It's touched there by Logan Brothers, and it has gone forward. So this will be a repeat set for the Tigers. Oh, he's going to pack the scrum.
If you look at the replay here, and the kick, he's
well,
back in.
He's gone to punch it like a ruckman, Brandon Downey. Well, I'm not so sure. Just have a look at that again, because contact. Once again, this is this issue with referees calling everything a knock on. From the point where it's touched here, and then it's gone backwards. And that's exactly what we've spoken about a dozen times over. Players running onto the ball, and it goes behind them, and the referee's calling a knock on.
Should we just call it a knock? Not onwards.
Well, backwards. This is the issue, isn't it? The ball is entitled to touch the ground in rugby league. It's allowed to touch the ground. It can be play on. It just can't be propelled forward.
And it's a pointy thing. You can go anywhere.
Well, they just had an incident in last night's NRL game that the referee called a knock on against the Bulldogs, and the ball actually went back, bounced on its point, and then went forward. And the referee said it was not knock on. It wasn't even close.
It's the shape of the footy.
Tigers, Kepu coming in over the top. He's the last one you want to be coming over the top in the last few minutes of a game.
He's still there, Kepu, as Ingersoll's...
It is Ingersoll. A little bit of push and shove there with Wade Liddell. They know each other pretty well.
Sevi, he's going to score that try, I think you find in Jake Hargraves, has he?
I don't think he's got to the line. He has. Well,
Jake Hargraves has got on a pass from Marley Sevi. look at the replay for MPS.
I didn't think he'd get through there. Well, he has. He's gone in underneath. Well, he comes up with try number 2, Jake Hargraves.
Yeah, John Maiaroa tried to pull him back, but he's too strong with momentum. We'll go to a break with kick to come.
Queenslanders are famous for looking after each other. After almost 40 years and now with nearly 30 branches in Queensland, you can trust Shine Lawyers to get the justice you deserve. Shine Lawyers, right, wrong.
All right, back here at Langlands Park. We've got 5.5 minutes left on the clock. 44 points to 6. Kick to come from Brandon Downey. I'm not sure where he stands on the point scores. I think Chris Green from Winnemanning Redland City Seagulls is a mile in front along with Hayden Lip. He might be in the top 5, I think, Hayden Crowley, but he's certainly got some points this afternoon. What are we up to now? If he gets this one, it'll probably be 24 points.
1,
or
2,
22?
3, 4, 5. He's got 24 at the moment.
24.
6 goals, 3 tries. 24. Had a whale of a game. If he kicks this, 26 points for the afternoon. It's not a bad day's fishing.
Not a bad day at all. It's certainly nice and cool here. Ben, our cameraman, he's got his jumper on. You all right, mate? Looking after your chest. I'm not putting any Vicks on that.
Downey.
Stabs
on form. He should get this. Oh, no, he's an accomplished kicker. He lands goal number 7 for the afternoon or the evening. And 46 points to 6. 4 minutes of play remaining here at Langlands Park. You're with Mike Higginson and John Devine on Seagulls TV, your official BRL streaming station.
There you go. Well said, Mike.
You like that?
I do like that. We
Right.
might get you to do a bit of voiceover stuff for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll get my manager to get into negotiations for
that wouldn't
what
be,
that's worth.
Is the manager talking to you at the moment? Now,
The general manager.
General manager, exactly. Chairman of the board.
There's the kickoff again.
But Jason DeLizio will be very happy with the way they're finishing off this game of football. The 2 points
Well,
were in
they
the bank
went-
a long time ago, but they've certainly come.
I don't think he'll be happy with their own execution, but I think he'll be happy with their commitment in defence and to tough out all that territory that Logan Brothers had
True.
dominance and keep them tryless.
For 20 minutes, they just got hammered by a big, determined pack that was obviously pushed on by Jason Gainey's words at half time, but. They just stuck to their game plan, so to speak, East Tigers, and usually.
They're just sticking to basics at the moment, aren't they? They're just working around the fringe of those rucks.
I think Jason would have just said, look, Jason DeLizio would have said, they're going to come at us hard. There's going to be a big storm coming, and they've weathered it. Saialoa now.
Great take on the fly.
Yep.
Saialoa, and he'll bring it up to 15, his own side of halfway. East will get one more use of the ball. This will be probably the second last use for Logan Brothers.
So dummy half run here from Les Amua. Knocked to the ground by Tom Price. Looking for a forward runner. Jeez, he's almost off side there.
Jeez, that's good yards there from
that bloke.
Maugawa.
Exton running. Coming from the marker defence there was Nathan Smith from Meese cutting down. Oh, he's had a bit of a bo-peep. It was Henry Copey. And, yeah, that's just quietly. I think that might be about his second or third handling error without any pressure on him, Henry Copey.
He just had a little look-see on the defence there.
You got the replay there, Kay? Might be a bit too late. Yeah, a bit too late. So it's,
Tigers will be looking for 50 here. 2.5 minutes of play remaining. This scrum to pack 15 inside their own territory, just to the right of centre field.
Clock stopped.
2 minutes 22 on the clock. Liam Kennedy stops the clock again. Just send a g'day out to the interchange official I see for this afternoon's match, Sean McDonald, long-time friend of mine. I see him down there, all rugged up. He loves being part of this new Brisbane Rugby League format. He's been a referee around second division and sidelines in Fogs Cup and Colts for many years, and he's certainly.
Tell me this, Mike. You might know Zingasol beats the first tackle before he's tackled 8 metres inside Logan Brothers territory. Is there a 8-man interchange for all rugby league across the country, or is it only NRL?
Oh, that they're proposing.
Yeah.
That they're proposing. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? What the NRL does, that ball's come loose.
Just lazy.
It was.
He's having a bit of a laugh.
Wade Liddell's even having a laugh with it. I think they know it was that bad.
You got it there, Kenny.
No, I think the 8-man interchange. It's one of those things where if the NRL brings it in, you'll get all the copycat followers. The QRL will follow it, no doubt, for the Intrust Super Cup, and it would not surprise me if the BRL followed suit along with the Colts as well. Just keep those semi-professional levels in line with the NRL.
I just find that, as you said, the critical word there is semi-professional. These guys work. You know, they're probably not as fit as the top grade fellas.
So you support the 10-man interchange?
I support 10 in the BRL, Intrust Super Cup, where most of these guys are professionals. And most
ball comes loose. Thought there was a hand in there. Referee says no. It plays on.
70 seconds left.
Tigers will get one last opportunity, and I think that's Jake Hargraves sniffing around looking for try number 3.
Tony Chong has just pushed his face into the Langlands turf. It's Josh Everett. That'll be 30 for Josh, isn't he? He's almost flipped on his back by Tarangi.
He would have to be up. I don't know if he'd quite reach 30 this evening, but certainly he'd be well and truly up over 20. That's Price.
There's nothing wrong with it. Mackenzie Reid, is it?
Bit of pushing.
There was a tackle there from
not too much in it.
Maya just hit him in the breadbasket.
There was nothing wrong with it. Here we go.
Super tackle. There.
See, there we go.
And like you said, as you said, Mike, they're just strong guys.
Well,
I reckon there's a third man in. He should have got penalised, and maybe he has.
Well,
the clock stopped at...
I know which way I'd be given the penalty.
He stopped the clock at 15 seconds. Well, I totally agree. There's nothing wrong with the tackle.
No.
It's a cracker.
It's just ill discipline, and that has been the only downside to East performance this evening. Just a bit of their own discipline in this second half. They played almost the perfect first half of football.
Yeah, I think it was Nathan Smith, who's gone on with it from dummy half, trying for a quick play the ball, but he decided to give a bit of a push and shove onto...
Two tackles left in this match, if they so desire, Logan Brothers. Soiolo with the ball. He'll kick for touch. 14. There'll be time for one tackle, because I'm sure East won't particularly be rolling away very quick. We're down to 5 seconds. So this will be the last play of the match. Big winners, the Tigers. Exton doesn't even attempt to offload. Just takes the tackle. And that's the end of proceedings for this evening. The East Tigers, big winners over Logan Brothers, 46 points to 6. A couple of really classy tries there. I know Craig Ingebrigtsen will be pretty happy looking at the video here, especially with Brandon Downey's performance. 26 points for the afternoon. 3 tries and 7 goals from 8 attempts. And certainly he's had a whale of a game, and he was a handful every time he touched the ball. 46 points to 6 here at Langlands Park. And that's third over 5th, and it just looks to me like the Tigers are starting to wind up for the semi-finals here.
Certainly in Tigerland. Get here next week. You'll be able to watch the Intrust Super Cup with Seagulls TV and Tiger TV joining forces to bring you the Intrust Super Cup. And get down here early, you'll be able to see the East Tigers in the BRL try and make their charge towards the finals.
Are they playing the Winner Manly Redlands?
No.
In that, who?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure who they're playing, because that would have been good to have seen the 3 grades go at it throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, Brandon Downey is the Shine Lawyers. I agree, would probably be player of the match, mate.
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? 26 points, 3 tries, untouchable. Close behind him, though, I thought Mackenzie Reid had a blinder for the whole time he was on the field. He didn't put a foot wrong. No. The little dummy half. Some good performances there this evening. Marley Sevi, he might find himself in a little bit of hot water over that one tackle, but he's a handful every time he touches the ball, and that's the experience coming out from his Intrust Super Cup. That really does make a difference at this level of the game. In the forwards, for the East Tigers, I thought Tom Price went really well. Sam Bielefeld made plenty of ground. Tom Ingersoll, I've seen him play better games, but he was pretty solid. John Puna was dangerous every time he touched the ball. Logan Brothers, well, I just didn't think their work rate across the forward pack was of their usual standard. Wade Liddell tried hard in patches. Big Terry Kepu, now he could be dynamic, and it just didn't happen enough. When he would charge onto that ball and look to get that second phase play happening, anything could happen, and he did manage to set up that try for Taukatalata.
Yeah, the only standouts really for me for Logan Brothers was Wayne Kennedy when he was on there. But Ono Sialoa, unbelievable in breaking play.
And Trevor, I thought Trevor Exton didn't put a foot wrong. He just did not have the cattle around him, and And as I mentioned, he manages to get that arm free, but he just has no one there to offload the ball to.
All right, well, East Tigers are in the centre of the field having a post-match huddle. Mike Higginson, mate, it's been a pleasure this afternoon, as always, mate.
Well, always a pleasure to join forces.
See you next week. I've got a zip over. We're going to do a basketball game shortly. So, mate, we'll see you next week here at Langlands Park, which will be a big field. Get here early. It's Old Boys Day. If you remember what happened last year, it was packed to the rafters. Get here early.
Let me just say this. This is such a good initiative by the QRL to have this BRL competition and the type of clubs we've got in there. So get down and support those lower grades as well.
And you won't be disappointed after what we saw tonight, especially in the tackling department. All right, Calling All Sports. Thanks to Kenny Andreas and our man Ben on the camera from Red Corner. We're back again next week to do it all again. Bye for now.